Hey guys, my name is Nikki and I'm here to welcome you to the first ever Reefstock show in Sydney, Australia, hosted by Reef Builders. We were really excited about our turnout yesterday, and this is the second day of the show, and I just want to take you guys inside to see some of the vendors, to see some of the corals that we have. So come on, let's go. Paul, do you have a minute? So I was just here introducing everyone to Reefstock and saying, this is our first annual show in Sydney. How did you think it went?
I've absolutely enjoyed it. It's been a fabulous time. We're happy with what we've sold. We've had really enthusiastic interest from everyone. It's really inspiring everyone. It's sort of what the industry's needed in Sydney. To get everything so online now, that, to have something real that you can touch, that you can see, that you can interact, it's just been awesome.
You think you'll come back next year?
Already booked.
Same spot. Right when you get in the door, you can't miss them. Majestic Aquarium, so come see Paul. Great corals.
It's great. Good to see everyone and catch up with all the shops that we usually buy corals from.
Well, we call it our green and blue island. We're not exactly sure of the species. We haven't identified it correctly yet, but it's a little bit like a Velida or a Nana, which has that green and purple colouring.
I don't know. Is this an Australian thing? There's so many booths that are bringing these koozies. I mean, maybe it's
an Australian thing.
It's an Australian thing. I mean, is it because you guys like to drink, or?
Yeah, I suppose so. Everyone likes collecting.
Oh, and these are actually some of our international guests. This is Joe Caparata from Unique Corals and Tony, his lovely wife, who's joining us here. So how are you guys finding the show?
We're loving it. Really didn't know what to expect being at the first show in Australia, but it feels like we're back home in Colorado at a Reefstock. Even the venue looks the same. Everybody pulled off an amazing show. Very impressed.
Was it worth the trip?
Oh yeah.
I think we're all in the same boat when it's the only thing that's missing right now is the kangaroo, right?
Yeah, well hopefully we'll see that tomorrow.
Joey tomorrow.
So anything special that you have seen at this show that you think we should point out?
I've been fortunate enough to be able to import a lot of Australian corals for many years. So I wasn't expecting to see anything really different, but what I'm seeing this year it opened my eyes is so many people are doing maricultured corals now, whether it's inland or they're doing it in their facility, mariculture, aquaculture, but I'm really seeing that start to come out, and it's great to see because I've always associated Australian corals with just wild caught. So the effort and the desire is there to actually take it inland and learn from our Indonesian friends and start to rely not so much on wild corals. So that's my one takeaway is seeing Batavia Coral Farms and some of the other ones actually growing the corals.
Yeah, awesome. We are actually just talking to Jerem about that and about how we're introducing coral frags at this show, and we've custom built all these frag tanks, and it's something really unique that we're bringing to Reefstock Sydney. We have a lot of that in the US, but it's really new for Australia, and we're happy that we could introduce that here to all the hobbyists.
And one more thing, I see $30 giant acro frags. Love it. No names on them. It's like turning the clock back 5 years, 8 years. It's refreshing to see that. I just hope it doesn't shift too quickly.
Thanks, Joe. Yeah, thanks for coming. Yeah.
Enjoy the show.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
So we found one of our younger members of Reefstock. This is Emmy. How are you doing?
I'm great.
Yeah. What do you got there?
I've been handing out balloons to little kids.
What's your favorite coral?
There's a blue and yellowy one, and I know that soon it'll open out and be really beautiful and like blue eyes.
You're telling me that guy was a fisherman? I don't know if I believe you, He doesn't really have that I look like a fisherman kind of face,